Because people they wanted to make sure that they heard my jokes.
Use the microphone. Microphone.
It's right here, isn't it? Hey, Rick, I'm a slow learner, but I'll get there. Anyway, we're delighted to see you all here this morning. We have a program called Come Travel With Us, and we are going to go all over the country. Well, a lot of the country anyway. So right now, I was trying to think of how would we travel? Should we go by bus? Should we go by train? Should we fly? Should we drive? Whatever. And then I thought, the most interesting form of travel perhaps is the train ride. You don't have to worry about anything. You just get in and go. So we decided we'd probably sing a song about that early railroad and how it all got started. And so so as we start our journey, all I can say is, how about a train ride? We thought we would try something new, so we learned how to play an instrument. The hardest part about that was tuning them. And then, Steve, you're in good form already. I'm worried about you. So anyway, if you take a look at your program, the next piece we're going to do is called 50 Great States. And I thought before we do that today, I would give you a little trivia question. I have 5 questions for you about our country, and I'm not going to give you very long to come up with an answer, but if you do know the answer, yell it out right away. For example, what is the smartest state? Wrong. The answer is Alabama, because it has 4 A's. What did George Washington say before the men crossed the Delaware? That's right, get in the boat. Which state has the smallest drink? Minnesota. That's right, Tom. Good. And what is the happiest state in the Union? Maryland. Boy, these are really going over well. One more. Where is the best state to buy a hockey shirt? Who said it? New Jersey. Yes, way to go! I tell you, these comes in the 3rd grade book of humor, I want you to know. All right, we're going to take you on a trip now throughout the country, and we're going to go through all 50 states, and I want you to see if you can follow along and count them to make sure that we get all 50 of them. Okay, take it away, Jan.
My country.
We're going to start our journey on the East Coast. And on the East Coast, the biggest city, of course, is New York. And what do you think of when you think of New York? And don't say the Knicks or the Jets or the Giants or whatever. Broadway. Exactly, Broadway. All the shows come from New York, the great ones. So we thought we would do a tune that George M. Coon wrote called Give My Regards to Broadway, but we're doing it as a partner song. Now, partner song is a melody that's written that kind of follows the same harmonic pattern that Give My Regards to Broadway does. So you're going to hear the ladies sing first, then you're going to hear the men sing the partner song, and then we're going to put them both together for the ending. So this is Let's Go to Broadway. As we head east, we go through the Appalachian Mountains. And when I say mountains, it reminded me of an old, not an old song, but a song that was kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of a country song. And it talks about some mountain music. So right now, I'll turn it back over to Jan. Here we go.
To
So we're still out east. And we go to Nashville. Now, do you know what Nashville is? What's located in Nashville? There's a lot of things located in Nashville. McDonald's is there, whatever. But the Hall of Fame, Country Music Hall of Fame. And one of the great stars of the country music, of course, was Johnny Cash. Well, I have a surprise for you. We are bringing Johnny Cash back to sing for you. So would you please welcome Johnny Cash and his friend, the dummy, Pastor Kevin.
All right, let's see what we can do here. You got to wake up, Johnny. Okay. All right, here he is. All right, everybody, here's Johnny Cash. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. So Johnny Cash used to sing a lot of songs, and I just, for me, what's fun is we can do some parodies of songs. And during COVID, I remember a lady was driving down 610, and she was speeding. She was on her phone. She had putting on some makeup and eating, and she was going to cause an accident. And we were honking our horn, all of these things to try to get her attention. And Johnny Cash has that song called I Walk the Line. Remember that song? Yeah, I changed the words. How do you sing it? I keep the tight grip on this steering wheel of 9, 'cause this lady's driving crazy from behind. Her blinkers on for no reason I can find. This lane is 9. Don't cross the line. Something like that. Well, so we had a lot of fun. We had a senior luncheon here at church just last week, and one of the songs that Johnny Cash sings is I've Been Everywhere, Man. But as a pastor, I like to use it to communicate, and so we're going to do the Apostle Paul version. So hit the music. Here we try it. He was toting his tag along that dusty Damascus road when a caravan passed, each camel in a covered load. You go into Damascus with me you can ride. So we climbed it on his camel with its netted dusty hide. I asked him if he'd seen the road with so much dust and sand, and he said, listen, friend, I travel the road in this here land. I done everywhere, Nan. I done everywhere, Nan. Preach that gospel here, Nan. Talk about Jesus there, Nan. Showing everyone that I care, Nan. Oh, I done everywhere. I done the Lystra, Jota, Macedonia, Antioch, Syracuse, Malta, Athol, Athens, Tolk, Derda, Damascus, Cyprus, Tarshish, Galatia, Ephesus, Stilatha, Thurganon, lonely roads and also Jerusalem. I done everywhere, Nan. I done everywhere, Nan. Preach that gospel here, Nan. Talk about Jesus there, Nan. Showing everyone that I care, Nan. Oh, I done everywhere. I got down on my face in that dust of the Damascus road, and I said, right here is the place where the good Lord saved my worthless soul. I tortured none and whoever I found that had a faith in Jesus Christ, I hunted them down. But you see, God saved the worst of sinners when he saved this here man. And if I suffer, I'll still travel the road in this here land. I done everywhere, Nan. I done everywhere, Nan. I'll preach that gospel here, Nan. Talk about Jesus there, Nan. Showing anyone that I care, Nan. Oh, I done everywhere. I didn't laugh that, scoff that, stat, and thrown in prison, whipped and flogged and starved without provision, punched out, knocked out, dumped across the head, tunneled and stoned and left for dead, shipwrecked, slapped, incarcerated, beat with rod, scourged, and lacerated. I'll go everywhere, Nan. I'll go everywhere, Nan. I'll preach that gospel here, Nan. Talk about Jesus there, Nan. Showing everyone that I care, Nan. Oh, I've been everywhere. Are you out of breath yet? Yes, I am. I'll go everywhere, Nan, and I preach that gospel here, Nan. Showing everyone that I care, Nan. Oh, I'll go everywhere, and I'll go everywhere. All right, Johnny Cash, everybody. There he is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think maybe we can all sing a song here that we might remember from Johnny Cash called Ring of Fire. And we'll cue up that song here next. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good, yeah. So his eyes are made out of marbles. Oh, yeah, there you go. Like it? Yeah. Love is a darning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Down thy wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Yeah, sing along if you know it, that this is the quiet part. Oh, it is, okay. You can turn it up a little bit, Rick. Yeah, I can hear her. Yeah, sing it with me. Here we go. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames, they went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, and the fire went wild. Sing it with me. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames, they went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of... Let's sing it louder. Here we go. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames, they went higher, and it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Johnny Cash, everybody. And here's Arnie, who lost his shoe. Yeah, what'd you do that for? Yeah, I don't know. Not yet, not yet. No, not yet. Okay. Well, this is Arnie, everybody, and well, look at all the people. Where'd y'all come from? Yeah, well, this is Arnie, everybody, and you know, I haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been? Oh, we were on vacation. Went out to South Dakota to go see the 5 stone faces. You went out to South Dakota to see the 5 there's only 4 stone faces at Mount Rushmore. Yeah, that we went to go see my sister-in-law. Well, I heard that you got a little of the West in your blood, and I got a little of the West in my blood too. Oh yeah, how so? Well, my great-grandfather came west in a covered wagon. Oh, did he look like you? Yeah, exactly. Well, no wonder the wagon was colored. Hey! Now, why can't you be good? Oh, I can be good for $1. You can be good for $1? Well, why can't you be more like me? Huh, be good for nothing? Well, say, we got a good audience here today. I think they might like to know a little bit about you. And why don't you tell them about something when you were young? Well, let's see. I was born at a very early age. Not that far back. Anything about when you were little? Oh, yeah, I was a twin. You were a twin? Well, I didn't know that. People ever have trouble telling you apart? No, because I was always taller than my sister. Oh, you and your sister. Did you go to school? No, I was sent. We walked 3 miles to school each way. You walked 3 miles to school each way, so that'd be pretty good exercise. Yeah, you're telling me. I graduated with corns, yeah. Well, I think we're interested. Did you do well in school? Oh, yeah, I had a good system. A good system? And what kind of system did you have? Well, when the teacher would ask me a question that I didn't know the answer, I'd raise my hand. And you'd answer the question? No. When I got back from the outhouse, she'd be on a different subject. Well, speaking of subjects, what did you take in school? Oh, pencils, erasers, anything I could get my hands on. Tell us you didn't steal. All right, I won't tell you. Okay. Did you go to college? Yeah, my college, they turned out some great men. Yeah, so when did you graduate? I didn't. I was one that they turned out. Oh, I see, yeah. Where's your wife here today? Oh, she didn't want to come. She's mad at me. She's mad at you? Well, I think she would have enjoyed coming here today. By the way, Arnie's wife is a great cook. Why don't you tell everyone here what the favorite dish is that your wife likes to prepare? Well, I got to think about that. I suppose I'd have to say chicken dings. Chicken dings? Well, what are chicken dings? Well, I don't know. She throws it in the microwave, and then it dings, it's done. Oh. Does she like to bake? Oh, you should see some of the creation she scrapes out of the oven. Oh, stop. So she's mad at, why is she mad at you? Oh, she wanted me to take her someplace extensive. So where'd you take her? I took her to the gas station. Oh, you did. Yep, we had a big argument, a big doozy, but she came crawling back to me on her hands and knees. You had an argument and she came crawling back to you on her hands and knees? Well, what did she say? She said, "Get out from under the dead, you coward." Well, you got some music. We are traveling music today, and you wanted to fly to the moon. Maybe we'll try this song here. Oh, yeah, cue it up. Let's sing it. Oh, I like it. Got a good beat. Okay. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, Daddy, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I ever wanted. Worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. You know, every morning when I wake up, I take a run around the block. You do? Yep. Then I kick that thing under the bed and I go back to sleep. Oh, Eddie. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, Daddy, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I ever wanted. Worship and adore. In other words, please be true. Yeah, come on. Yeah, in other words. In other words, I love you. All right. Arnie, everybody, there he is. Okay.
Hey, Rick, I think we just got 2 new choir members for you. Thank you, Pastor Kevin, and your friends for being part of our program this morning. Right now, I'm going to ask DJ Hemer to come forward. She's the Executive Director of Impact Services and kind of runs the Meals on Wheels and this program and lots of other things too. And she'd like to talk a little bit about what's going on. So DJ, welcome.
Now, Bruce, you know I don't run anything with this. Bruce does.
Yeah.
And Joe Grapevine, yep, and Jan, thank you. And to the lovely choir, you are fantastic. This is one of my favorite days of the year. The Christmas one you do is even more of my favorite. And you just are so lovely and wonderful, and we're so honored to have you. So thank you for being in our choir. You may or may not know, but Impact Services started in 1973 as Anoka Champlin Meals on Wheels, and right now we deliver over 95,000 meals to all of Anoka County and Champlin every year. And now, believe it or not, with the way things are going, people are hungry, people don't have a lot of money, so now, gratefully through grants and donations that our wonderful Elaine helps us with, we give out over $10,000 a month in free meals to those in need. So not only do we do that, we have 500 volunteer drivers that help us deliver. And we also have family aging education. So we spend a lot of time on the phone with caregivers who are struggling and people who have questions about what to do with my wonderful parents. I love them more than anything, but they're not happy. So we started the Joy Project. We give out cards, cookies, birthday things, anything that we can do to make them happy. We made those little, I don't know, a lot of you should remember those little clothespin clips with the magnets on the back that you put on your refrigerator. Those get to go out this week. We have a wonderful Joy Project, Chris, who does all this wonderful stuff for us. So if you are not involved with Impact Services and you want to make a huge impact, or you have questions about loved ones in your life, please give us a call. And then I know half of you out there should be in this choir with your loved one. So please join them on Mondays. It's the most uplifting experience ever, and as many of you probably know, we don't know where our keys are. I don't know where my jacket is or my wallet, but I can tell you the songs from the 1970s that I sang in high school word for word. So please come and join us. And Bruce, we can't thank you enough for being such a wonderful, wonderful person and leading this, and Jan and Joe Grapevine, and yeah, thank you so much to our accompanyists, and we're impressed. Back to the guy in charge.
Thanks, DJ. We're going to go on now because we can. We're going to stay out kind of in the country lands. Some of you are wondering why I'm not directing and why I'm just emceeing the show. Well, it's called getting old. So I started feeling a little weak. I started feeling a little tired beyond what was normal. I've been to all kinds of doctors these past few weeks, and you know what they told me? You're getting old. It's kind of a mystery. But in my absence, Jan has taken over and directed, and she's just done an incredible job with the people, and they love her, and we love them both too. So anyway, we're going to move right along now. And as I mentioned, this getting old thing, well, I had, during my time of being at home and thinking through things, I had a number of revelations about aging. See, I didn't get the manual on aging. Did any of you? Okay. Anyway, I decided that some people are just plain stupid. For example, I went into a shoe store to buy some new shoes. Now, this store had nothing but shoes in it, all over, boots and women's shoes, boys' shoes, kids' shoes, tennis shoes, you name it, they were there. And finally, a young lady came up to me, pierced ears and nose and purple hair, and walked and said, "What brings you in today?" So I said to her, "I'm interested in buying a refrigerator." Duh. She didn't get it. Or how about this? When you walk into your neighbor's house, what's the first thing you say if you see a litter box on the floor for a cat? You say, "Oh, you have a kitten." Well, that's when I respond, "No, it's just for company." Now, you can take this either way, gentlemen or women, but I'm just going to go from the guy's perspective. Gentlemen, when your wife is mad, just tell her she's overreacting. She'll realize it and calm down right away. Not. And finally, Jan plays ukulele. And I dabbled with it back in my teen years, so I can still play 5 or 6 chords, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm pretty good. So I took my ukulele to the hospital and sang some songs and told jokes at patients' bedside. And when I finished, I always said, "I hope you get better." And one day an older gentleman said, "I hope you get better too." When we started Voices of Impact, I'd sit down at the piano and I'd play something like "You Are My Sunshine." The whole group knew every word. And many other songs, hymns and songs of our era. And this next piece we're going to do is "Home on the Range." Well, everybody knows "Home on the Range." You could probably sing it right along, except we put a different melody to it because we were tired of the old melody. So this is the new, and it's not really ours, it's somebody else's, but I'm just calling it ours right now, okay? So sit back and sing along with us on "Home on the Range," but sing the older melody quietly so you don't throw these guys off. And then after that, we're going to do a piece called "Take Me Home, Country Roads." We're going to do these back to back. And "Country Roads" is a John Denver song. Remember John? Died tragically in an airplane accident before his time. But he had some great hits, and this is one of those that are our favorites. So right now, we're going to do 2 songs. We're going to do "Home on the Range" and "Take Me Home, Country Roads."
Where seldom is heard and
to sit? Yeah. Okay. They're in charge.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the sea, younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round me, my good lady, stranger to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty makes the moonshine, teardrops in my eyes, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning, how it calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And down the road I get a feeling that I should have known yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road, take me home, country
I'm a dog lover. We've had dogs almost our entire married life, Candy and I, and we've fallen in love with dachshunds. And so we've had dachshunds. We have one left, Leo. He came from a litter of about 7 or 8, and we picked 2 of them, and we had Leo and Linus. Linus passed away a couple years ago, and Leo is still with us, but he's blind, and he's deaf, but he still eats, poops, and pees. And we just love him to death. Well, every now and then, I love to watch dog videos. I'm a sucker, and I weep and whatever else. But I found a few ads in the paper, and these happened to be from a New England, or an English paper out in London. Mother is a Kennel Club registered German Shepherd. Father is a super dog able to leap tall fences at a single bound. Free puppies. 1/2 Cocker Spaniel, 1/2 sneaky neighbor's dog. And then this one is not anything about dogs, but when I read it, I had a complete set of Encyclopedia Britannica, 45 volumes. Do you remember buying a set of? Yes, me too. They're in excellent condition. 200 pounds are the best offer. No longer needed. Got married. Wife knows everything. Yeah. Well, you've already heard I've been everywhere. But one of the things that I brought to the group this fall, or spring, I guess it is a bunch of songs with a lot of words in them. So I took the Johnny Cash thing, I've been everywhere, and I took a look at that, and boy, the words were really tough. So I changed them. So we're going to take you on a trip right now through the entire state of Minnesota. Are you ready for this? Jan? We have a few numbers left, 2 or 3, but before we do that, I want to acknowledge some people and let you know a little bit about what's going on. First of all, our pianist, Gary Campbell. I got it right this time, Gary. Did you see that? Gary's been our keyboard player since we started years ago, and he's very faithful, very loyal, does just an incredible job. We're just so lucky to have him. Then we have some guest musicians. On the bass is Ron Chamberlain. Ron? And our percussionist is Steve Faison. Steve, welcome. And our guitarist is David Phelps. And we just have fun. These guys get together here in the morning. I send the music out to them about a week ahead of time. They take a look at it maybe, and then they come and they run through it. They were here at 8 o'clock this morning going through things, and then the choir came and they kind of ran through things with them. But it's so nice to be able to have these kinds of musicians working with us. So gentlemen, all of you, thank you very much. We've been very blessed to have Faith Lutheran as our host, and they're incredibly gracious hosts. For example, we have coffee every Monday morning. They make coffee and have water for us, and so when we get done with our rehearsals, we have about a half an hour. We just go in and sit down. We have a few cookies and tell a few stories and just kind of share things with one another. So it's a great time. Faith Lutheran does that. They let us come in here in a sanctuary on Saturday mornings for concerts. Why? Because nobody else is going to be in here on a Saturday morning. But it's a real joy. I mean, what a beautiful site. Everything's on one level. The parking is free. It's easy to find and easy to get to. So Pastor Kevin and Rick Geiger is up there running sound. Rick was a colleague of mine. Former director at Coon Rapids High School for many, many years, had an outstanding program. He was the Pied Piper of choral music in Coon Rapids, I'll tell you that. And Rick, who's working the screen with you? Joe, nice to see you. Yes. Both of them are staff members here at Faith Lutheran too, and have donated their time to come and be with us. So thank you guys as well. And then we have a ton of volunteers in our group. Some of these volunteers are spouses or friends of a person with memory issues. And they bring them to rehearsal, they sit by them, they help them read the music and show them what's going on and attend to their every needs. And our volunteers will often, if somebody leaves the room to go to the bathroom, the volunteer will want to make sure everything is okay. And so and then they help with our programs, doing the work in the kitchen, passing out programs, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just so grateful because we have so many great, would all of you volunteers just wave at the audience for me so we can see who you are? Yes. And last but not least, I want to say a special thank you to Jan Albertson. So Jan, come on down. Candy, come on up. Jan took over for me for these past 2 or 3 weeks because of some health issues that I'm having. And she's also pinch hit for me earlier on a couple times in the year when things weren't going just well. She's just a superwoman. I first got to know her about 4 or 5 years ago when we started up, and she brought Lynn Schmidt to our gatherings. And Lynn passed away, and Jan decided, I'm going to stay. And she kept coming and coming. And she does little things like, we don't use paper cups here because we're trying to be environmentally friendly. So what did Jan do? She bought one of these small tubs and filled it, and then we all brought in mugs and donated them. And so she takes the mugs home every week, washes them, and then brings them back again next Monday. Isn't that incredible? Besides that, she's a fantastic musician, as you've already seen and heard. And the people love working with her, too. So I'm just so glad. And this is just a small way of me saying thank you to a beautiful friend. Voices of Impact came about because of another group in the Twin Cities called Giving Voice that is now about 180 people strong. They have 3 separate choirs, and they rehearse regularly and perform like in the Ordway and some of the major theaters. We have about 30 plus people in the group right now, and we are looking for more help from you to share with others that we exist, and that if you know of someone who has a memory issue and perhaps is kind of lonesome at home, they're kind of sheltered in, they don't go out very much, why don't you ask them to come just one time to our Monday morning? This is the highlight of my week, is Monday morning, 2 hours with these people. Why? Because the first thing I see on their face when they come down the hall is a big smile. And then we do nothing but sing and laugh and share stories for an hour and a half, and then again another half an hour having coffee. And I know that if people would come just one time and see what's going on, it would make a difference. They would say, maybe this is a place, and this is a place where we are community. We all share the same issues. And consequently, we support each other. We love each other as we go along. Now, so what we're asking is obviously for your support here today, but also to share with other people the fact that Voices of Impact might be for you. And even if you're not a person with a memory issue, come and sing with us. Have a good time. And the door is welcome. All are welcome to come to this. Now, the last couple of numbers. The first one is called Climb Every Mountain. Climb Every Mountain. And it's kind of one of those inspirational songs from Sound of Music that talks about the highs and the lows that we experience as we travel through life. But when we have a dream, when we have a goal, when we have a purpose in life, this song is an encouragement to keep climbing, to keep moving, and to keep going. And then our final song is a piece called Why We Sing. It's written by American composer Greg Gilpin, and it has been adopted by many, many, many singing groups across the country and even abroad. And I think if you listen to the text as we do Why We Sing, you'll get a better understanding of who we are. So, first of all, thank you for coming. It is just tremendous for us to see the kind of support that we have from this size of an audience. And we hope that we've made you smile a little bit today. We've hoped that we brought some good music to you that kind of maybe brings back a memory or 7. And that's what we're doing. And that's what we do as a group too. So right now I'm going to turn the podium back over to Jan, and she does these final 2. And then we have one little short number that we always sing to close our rehearsals. And we're going to do that, and I'm going to direct that one. And when you see me get up and direct, then you know, whew, it's just about over. Okay, Jan, take it. By the way, there is no age limit in this group. The reason I know that, Sally, right there in the front with the orange sweater, she is 102 years old.